Today, guys, I got you the new top 5 meta loadouts to use here in Black Ops 6 after our Season 2 update. Now, if you're having any trouble getting high kill games, increasing your KD, or if you're trying to get your first tactical nuke, these are going to be the best weapons with the best loadouts. So if you guys are new and find this video help you out in any way, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. So now, getting into our first weapon here, we have the XM4 Assault Rifle. We all know this weapon is really good up close, really good at long range, and nothing happened to this weapon in the Season 2 update, making it one of the best weapons in the entire game still. Now, I have you an 8 attachment build, so you need the gunfire wildcard before doing this class setup. Now, for my first attachment, though, on this build, we are going to start with the optic, and we're going to add on the Kepler Microflex. Like I say in my videos, this is my go-to optic. I think it's the best. I think it's the easiest to use. Also, like I say in my videos, though, use what you have unlocked or add on your favorite optic. For me, this is the Kepler Microflex. Now, for the muzzle next, we are going to be adding on the suppressor. We're going to be off the radar. We're staying stealthy. We're being quiet to go on those higher kill streaks, get all of our score streaks, just stay alive a lot longer. That's going to be the main thing here. Help us get our nukes, help us get all of our kill streaks. That's what we want. So we are going to be adding on the suppressor. Now, for the barrel next, we are going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. This is going to give us bullet velocity and damage range. Our bullets are going to be stronger at longer ranges, and also our bullets are traveling further and also traveling faster. So any gunfight we get into, our bullets are traveling fast. They're going to be hitting quicker. That's what we want. So the reinforced barrel, in my opinion, is the best barrel for the XM4. If you don't have the time or need help leveling up your weapons or unlocking camos, make sure to go check out Bro Modding. They offer services such as maxing out all your weapons and even unlocking dark matter. They have a 5-star review on Trustpilot for fast, cheap, and reliable services on all platforms, and you can go use code Paradox for 10% off on your next order. Now, we're going to jump into the underbarrel here next and add on the Ranger foregrip. This is going to give us a little bit of horizontal recoil control and a little bit of sprinting movement speed. The main thing about this build, we do have that better control of our horizontal recoil control, so we are going to smooth out that recoil pattern, especially adding on some different attachments. But the main thing is we're going to be moving much faster when tactical sprinting. So if you're trying to be aggressive, move fast around the map, have that aggressive aggro play style, you're going to be able to do that with this XM4 build. Or if you want to slow down, kind of hold an area down and just drop people off with this no recoil build, you're going to be able to do that also. So you have kind of two different play styles with this build, but we're going to be adding on the Ranger foregrip. Now, for the magazine here next, we are going to be adding on the first fast mag. Now, they actually buffed all the fast mags, the flip mag. They actually gave it an additional 10% increase in its reload time. So you're going to be reloading very quick with these flip mags, fast mags, and everything. We're going to add on the first fast mag, so we still have those 30 bullets here. The reload time is perfect now, so we're going to be adding on the first fast mag. For the rear grip, I went with the assault grip. Now, the aim down sight speed on this weapon is pretty good, so I just want to work on more sprint to fire speed time. I want to be able to shoot faster off a sprint, so we're going to be adding on the assault grip. We're getting almost about a 35, 40% increase in our sprint to fire speed time, so we're going to be shooting fast off a sprint very fast, which can help us be more aggressive. Now, for the stock here, we're going to be adding on the balanced stock. This is going to give us strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. Just a lot of mobility is going into this build, so that's always going to be good. And then getting into my final attachment here, we are going to the fire mods. You could add on the 3-round burst if you wanted to. The damage is going up. You are getting those one-shot, one-burst kills. Rapid fire is also good here, but my go-to is the overpressured rounds. We have extra bullet velocity going into this, so as soon as we fire our weapon, our bullets are instantly hitting our targets, making us win more gunfights. But in my opinion, this is the best 8 attachment build right now here in Black Ops 6 Season 2, and we are going to take this weapon into the firing range here, and I want to show you this weapon is really good, and as soon as I fire my weapon, I'm instantly hitting my targets, and the time to kill is amazing on this build. Now, for weapon number 2 here, we have the TANTO 22 SMG. We all know this is one of the best weapons in the entire game. For an SMG to be able to outgun marksman rifles, assault rifles, LMGs at longer ranges is absolutely insane, and also the TANTO didn't get a nerf, which makes it even crazier. Now, this is a 5 attachment build. I think this is all you need on the TANTO, and for my first attachment, we are going to start with the muzzle. We're not going to be putting an optic on here, and we're going to be adding on the compensator. Still the best muzzle in the game, still get the most vertical recoil control, the most gun kick control out of all the muzzles in the game. So of course we're going to add it on, make the weapon more calm, make it easier to control. The gun kick isn't there, the recoil isn't there, so we're just going to have good control of this weapon. So we're going to throw this on for our first attachment. Now for the barrel, we are going to be adding on the gain twist barrel. We're just going to increase our bullet velocity. Now, you know, about a month and a half ago, this weapon did get a really good damage range nerf, and it's already good at longer ranges, so they made it 100 times better. So the only thing that I really want to add on to this weapon, with it already being good at longer ranges, is some bullet velocity. I just want our bullets to instantly hit our targets, and that gain twist barrel is exactly going to do that. So we're going to add on the gain twist barrel for our second attachment here. Now for the underbarrel, we are going to be adding on the vertical foregrip. This can help with horizontal recoil control and gun kick control. We're just going to help smooth out that recoil pattern, make the weapon a lot more smooth to control. It's going to be very calm. You're going to be more accurate, have better control of your weapon. That's all you need with this weapon. If you can hit your shots, you're being accurate, you're going to get a ton of crazy kills. So you're going to be adding on the vertical foregrip. Now for the magazine, we're going to add on the flip mag again. These that got buffed, so I do want to use them a lot this season. So we're going to on the flip mag. We're going to be reloading really quick. We're getting that fast reload time, and also an additional 10% with them getting buffed in this season. So we're going to add on the flip mag. And then going into my final attachment, with the handling being high already, we're actually going to be adding a stock, and we're going to be adding on the no stock here for more movement speed and strafing movement speed. So we're going to be moving around the map very fast, and also in those gunfights, we can aim down sights and strafe left and right and dodge those bullets and stay alive a lot longer as well. But in my opinion, this is the best 5 attachment build for the TANTO 22 here in Black Ops 6 Season 2, and we're going to jump into the fine range with this loadout as well here. And I want to show you this weapon. I mean, as always, really easy to control, not much gun kick. You are going to have great control of the weapon, and as long as you can see someone, you can take them out very quickly. I mean, the TANTO 22 is still one of the best weapons in the entire game. Now we're jumping back to the assault rifles here, and we're going to take a look at the KRIG for weapon number 3 here. Now the KRIG did not get a nerf here in this update, and the KRIG is one of the easiest weapons to use in the entire game. Really good damage, not much recoil, really good accuracy, and the mobility and handling is really good on this weapon. And we need on this weapon is 5 attachments. And for my first attachment here, we are going to start with the optic. I'm not a fan of the iron sight, so I'm going to be adding on the Kepler Microflex. Like I say, add on your favorite optic, use what you have unlocked. For me, we're going to be adding on the Kepler Microflex. Now, for the muzzle here, we are going to be adding on the compensator. I just want you to have the best control of this weapon. It's not going to jump. It's not going to have any recoil. We're going to throw this on and just give you full control of this weapon. This is super broken to have on, so of course, we're going to abuse this muzzle. Now for the barrel, we are going to be adding on the reinforced barrel, which is increasing our damage range and bullet velocity. I want our bullets to travel faster and air to hit our targets faster, and also I want our bullets to travel further and hit harder at those longer ranges. It's good already at longer ranges, but we're going to make it a lot better, and it's going to feel a lot more consistent in those longer range gunfights. So you just don't have to worry about your up close and medium. Now you can go to those longer ranges and hit your shots and everything. So we are going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. Now, we're going to skip the underbarrel. We don't need one, and we're going to the magazine here next. We're going to be adding on the first extended mag. Now, they did slow down the extended mag reload time just a little bit. I really can't notice anything, but I don't want to run the flip mag on this weapon just because you're knocking down the ammo count to 25. I'm really not a huge fan of that. I feel like they should have just kept the flip mags at 30, rounds. I feel like that would have been fine, but it is what it is. We're going to add on the first extended mag. You can just mow people down. The time to kill is great at any range, so you're going to be mowing people down. You don't have to reload all the time. That's going to be the main thing here, so we are going to be adding on the first extended mag. And then going into my final attachment, we are going to be going to the rear grip here and adding on the commando grip. We're going to get aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed here. So we're aiming down sights faster. We're going to be shooting faster off a sprint. I think the mobility is good on this weapon, so it's kind of on what you feel. Do you want more handling? Do you want more mobility? It's really on you here, but for me personally, I like handling more than I do mobility, so I can have that run and gun playstyle. So we are going to be adding on the commando grip for my final attachment. But here's the best build for the KRIG right now here in Black Ops 6 Season 2, and we're going to jump into the firing range with this loadout here, and I want to show you this weapon at 5 meters. Really good. 10 meters, we have about 25 meters. Also 50 meters, I mean, you're hitting your shots, you're finding people, you can delete them. And I don't really think the reload time isn't that bad at all, but the KRIG is still one of the best weapons in the game still. Now for my next weapon here, we have the JACKAL PDW. We're back here in the SMGs, and we all know that JACKAL PDW was an absolute monster in Season 1. It did not get a nerf here in Season 2, so it's still going to be a monster here. here, and I have you a build that you can use in rank play and you can use in pub play still, and I mean, this thing absolutely fries. Now, we have a 5 attachment build, and I feel like this is all you need on this SMG, and we're going to start with the muzzle here. We're going to be adding on the compensator, vertical recoil control, gun kick control. This weapon really doesn't have much recoil. It really doesn't have much gun kick either, but I just want you to have the best control of this weapon here so you can take your gunfights to any range. You're hitting your shots and everything, so we're going to be adding on the compensator for our first attachment. Now, for the barrel here next, we are going to be adding on the long barrel. Now, this weapon is so broken with either the reinforced barrel and the long barrel on that they're actually testing this weapon without a barrel in the competitive scene already. I mean, we're going to add on the long barrel. We're going to increase our damage range. The thing about this is the JACKAL PDW having a fast fire rate, great time to kill, and you can still outgun LMGs, marksman rifles, and assault rifles at longer ranges is absolutely insane. So we're going to add on long barrel, make this weapon super overpowered, and this is going to be a great way to just get easy free kills no matter what range you're at, but we're going to add on the long barrel. Now, for the underbelly here, I went with the Ranger foregrip. Now, with the mobility being really good on this weapon, I do want to make it a lot better. So once we start tactical sprinting, we're going to be moving very quick around the map. If you're playing competitive, if you're playing hard point, you flank people really quick, trying to get some new hills, if you're just trying to move fast around the map, have that aggressive playstyle with this SMG, the Ranger foregrip and the weapon's mobility, I mean, this is just super nasty. And with the horizontal recoil control we're getting, we're just going to smooth out that recoil pattern with the compensator, and this weapon isn't going to move whatsoever, so this is going to be a really good attachment. Now we're going to skip over the magazine and go to the rear grip here next and add on the assault grip. We're getting a 32% in our sprint to fire speed time, so we're going to be shooting instantly off a sprint. That's going to help us be more aggressive, so we're going to add on the assault grip. And then for my final attachment here, we are going to the stock and adding on the no stock for that movement speed and strafing movement speed. We're going to get a ton of mobility into this weapon, so no matter what you're doing, you're getting about an 18% increase in your movement speed, so we're going to be moving much faster around the map. But here's the full build for this. A little bit different what people use here, but I will say the mobility that you're getting, I mean, is just absolutely insane. You're moving fast, you're sliding, the weapon has no recoil. I mean, it's one of the easiest weapons to use in the entire game. JACKAL PDW, super good. And then we're going to jump into our final weapon here in today's video. We have the SAUG, another SMG here. Now, at the end of Season 1, a lot of people started using this SMG. It got a damage range buff more at the end of Season 1 as well. Really good SMG, especially after this update with the reload times they did on certain magazines here. And we have another 5 attachment build. Now, for my first one, we are going to start with the muzzle. I'm a huge fan of the iron sights on this, so we're not going to change anything on that, but we're going to start with the compensator here. This weapon does have a fast fire rate, so the gun kick is pretty bad. The vertical recoil is pretty bad as well, so I do want to calm those things down. We're going to add on the compensator just to give you better control of this weapon. Now for the barrel here, we're going to add on the reinforced barrel. This is going to give us damage range and bull velocity. The fire rate and the bull velocity that we're getting here is going to be a good mixture. Same with that damage range. Our bullets are traveling further, they're traveling faster, they're hitting harder, do give us a faster time to kill. We're just going to delete people very quick in our gunfights. The reinforced barrel goes absolutely crazy on this SMG. Now for the underbarrel, we are going to be adding on the vertical foregrip. This is going to give us horizontal recoil control and a little bit of gun kick control. I just want you to have the best control of this weapon. It's not going to move at all. You're going to have full control of this weapon, so we are going to be adding on the vertical foregrip. Now for the magazine here, I went with the flip mag. Now I will be honest, I feel like 36 rounds is plenty on the SAUG. Maybe 3 to 4 kills max with this, but with the flip mag, with them getting a buff this season, you're going to be reload super quick. You get into a gunfight, you get stuck, you have to reload in a spawn or something. You have to reload fast. The flip mag is going to be meta this season, so go ahead and throw this on. I think this is a great fit for this SMG. And then getting to my final attachment here, we are going to the stock and adding on the light stock. We're increasing our movement speed, so we're going to be moving much faster around the map, being more aggressive, especially with the SAUG having high mobility already. This is going to be a great attachment on this weapon, just be able to fly around the map. But in my opinion, this is the best 5 attachment build right now here for the SAUG here in Season 2 of Black Ops 6. And of course, we're going to jump into the firing range with our final weapon here. And I want to show you, I mean, this weapon absolutely fries. And just in case we have to reload, I mean, reload, get back into the gunfight, and just keep shooting here. But in my opinion, these are the best 5 weapons right now here in Season 2 with their best loadouts. So go ahead and try them out. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite loadout, and if you drop any high kill games, any nukes, close to nukes, or increase your KD any, let me know in the comments. I hope these loadouts help you. Let me know in the comments if they did, and I'll see you on the next one.